Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming at you with a video brought to you and sponsored by Ginta. Now, for those that actually want to use the service, it is $60 for a 585 pack with an additional 5% off when you use code SPITE. I kind of like woke up, so my hair is kind of a mess, and I did record this video, but I didn't have record. I didn't hit record like a moron, bro. So yeah, for those that are actually interested in using the service, he does do orbs. He also does gift cards. He also does top-up services for several other games. Feel free to hit him up on... Oh, oops, let me do this. Here it is. Feel free to hit him up on Twitter. It's going to be Ginta_Gil. And yeah, just let him know I sent you, and he'll hook you up. Simple as that. Alright, going into the actual banner, guys. It looks like K-Lab is actually going to go and try to finish up. Oh, let me do this. I look weird. It looks like K-Lab is actually going to try to finish up this Camp for Your Own World series. I honestly thought they would have tried to drag it out because, like, let's be real here. They've been hyping up Aura for quite some time. They've obviously been quite hyping up Bankai Shuhei. And then Bankai Hikone is kind of like one of those... We expected it, but I honestly didn't think it would be so soon. I honestly thought they would have teased it alongside Shuhei, but they didn't. So going into the actual banner themselves, I do think that this banner is actually pretty good. Like I said, I've already looked at the stats and skills, and we're going to have to rewind a bit. The banner is good. I will say that. We'll go into the fillers, the individuals, the breakdown on these individuals as well. And yeah, so going into the banner, first and foremost, none of them got the PvP treatment. All of them are SP-based characters, which is really good. And yeah, so going into the characters themselves, let's start off with Shuhei. He is going to be a heart unit, strong attack recharge, minus 12% is his link. He's going to have a Soul Reaper affiliation with an Arankar killer. 806 spiritual pressure with 351 focus, pretty standard. Well, actually the focus is pretty standard, but 806 spiritual pressure is really high. That's above average spiritual pressure, that's good. 642 attack. 1105 stamina, Sprinter +1, Bruiser +20%, and then he does have the Havoc, Berserker, and Frenzy combo, which is really strong. Devastation +40%, Debilitator of 5 seconds. Weaken as on his NAD. Does he have Weaken on everything? Weaken. Wow, he has Weaken on all of his attacks too. That's crazy. Now, the reason that I'm like surprised right now is because every single one of these characters got weakened on all of their attacks. That is stupid strong. He has Nullify melee resistance, which means that you're going to be able to take him into Extreme Co-op. You're going to be able to take him into the opposite guild quest. So he's going to be good for 2 guild quests. He's going to be good for running both sides of Extreme Co-op. And then on top of that, he'll be able to bypass the melee resistance for those pesky stages like Senkaimon. For those pesky stages in Senkaimon, I should say. The Bruiser 20% is kind of like a throwaway ability in my opinion. Devastation +40% is good. Going into his actual kit though, he does have a standard NAD, excuse me, yeah, he does have a standard normal attack damage string for melee units. 150, 150, and then AoE, AoE. I actually like this more than normal because AoE, AoE means that you actually hit around you as well, which means that you end up getting a little bit protected should an enemy get a little too close to you and not be in their strong attack animation. His normal attack, his first strong attack is going to be a standard lunge with Havoc 20%, goes up to 575 radius. That's really good. A 2% chance to weaken, same same lunge as 5th anniversary Ichigo and Baz B for those that are familiar with that. His second strong attack is going to be the same second strong attack as Camp for Your Own World Shunsui and Machine Society Toshiro, where it's going to be like a pull-in vortex into a pushback attack. Not a bad second strong attack. I personally like this second strong attack, but I do feel like it slows down a character just a little bit, especially if they don't have guard break. I wish that this character got Marauder, but I do feel like the Nullify melee resistance is going to be just fine. I understand the Marauder is a broken skill, but like, I like broken stuff, especially if they're not meant for PvP. Right, so third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen 1200 radius AoE, which I think is going to be really strong. Like Berserker, like you can't really go wrong with a full screen third strong attack with Havoc, Berserker, and Frenzy. you just can't. All right, so going into Hikone, Hikone is pretty nasty. I was instructed to slaughter all of you right away. Oh, that's kind of dark. Alright, so he's going to be a power unit with strong attack recharge 12% as his link. He does have a Soul Reaper killer, and he is a no affiliation character. So this character is going to be definitely competing with Byakuya and Bankai Shinji. I don't know why I was thinking Cfyow World Shinji, and I'm like, Cfyow World Shinji, that sounds wrong. Either way, 803 spiritual pressure, 353 focus, 645 attack. Very, very inflated stats. That's a good thing, because that means that this character is going to be literally meant to last. Stamina is going to be 1111, which is higher than Shuhei by 6. And and going back into his actual skills, his skills are actually quite nasty. Alright, so Sprinter plus 2, so he's still going to zoom around the board. He doesn't get long reach this time around, which I think is fine. Honestly, I feel like Sprinter plus 2 is enough for me to want to run him over Cfyow World Bankai Shinji or Spirit Society Byakuya. My Spirit Society Byakuya is max transcended, so I do think that my Byakuya is going to kill significantly quicker. So I do feel like a 1 of 5 Hikone is going to perform better than a 1 of 5 Shinji and Byakuya. A 2 of 5 Hikone I think is going to perform better than a 3 of 5 or 4 of 5 Byakuya and Shinji. I don't think that a 2 of 5 is going to perform better than a max transcended, or a 1 of 5 will perform better than a 2 of 5 of the other characters that I mentioned. The reason for that is his kit is really good, and as well as having Sprinter plus 2 means that he's going to his gameplay is going to be very, very fluid. Now going into his Nat string is going to be the same as Kisuke and and Tokinata. Keep in mind that there are two different types. There are two different types of range collision Nat string, which is why a lot of people are like, "What are you talking about? Like, he has the same Nat string as Tokinata." Because that's like my ignorance with Kisuke is like, I don't know if it's going to be the same as, say, someone like Desert Society Ichigo, where the magnifiers are significantly lower, which we'll get into in a bit because Aura ended up getting that Nat string. But his first strong attack is going to be the 3000 length beam, which is really, really strong. His second strong attack is going to be the 750 radius into 1200 width. This is going to be the same second strong attack as Kisuke Urahara and the same second strong attack as Tokinata. So he's taking Tokinata's Nat string, he's taking Tokinata's second strong attack, and his third strong attack is going to be an AoE distant 1170 AoE. Now keep in mind, he does not boost, he does not bring a barrier or anything like that, so it is going to be a 16-second cooldown for his second strong attack, and his third strong attack is the 975 AoE with Havoc 20%, turns it into an 1170 radius AoE. I personally love this third strong attack more than a standard full screen, just because you don't have to get in front of the enemies. For a range character, I feel like that's perfect. Like, I feel like it's a perfect perfect third strong attack for those types of characters. And yeah, I mean, overall, just really, really strong third strong attack. His first strong attack is the 3000 length beam with 870 as the width. This is one of the best. Like, this is the best first strong attack you can get, and I feel like this is the best third strong attack a range character could get. I think that this kit in and of itself is going to be really strong. I do feel like the second strong attack is going to slow him down just a little, but the fact that he has weaken on everything and then disabler against tech Soul Reaper enemies, I think that's going to be really, really good. Alright, and his special move is standard full screen, same thing as Aura and Shuhei. Everyone has weaken on all of their attacks. Now going into Aura. Now Aura, I'll be real with you guys, I do feel like Aura got the kind of, I want to say she got the shaft. I don't want to say that she's bad, just that she got shafted as opposed to her counterparts, right? So strong attack recharge minus 12% with a no affiliation killer. It seems like they're trying to push into more no affiliation killers, even if it causes like harm to the character. So you'll see here characters like Shunsui, Kisuke, Loli, Rangaku, Mugetsu, Quincy Ichigo, if you have multiple copies of him in and of itself. Like, if you have him like transcended 3 or 5, like, I think Quincy Ichigo is going to be really good. Grimjow, Raruka, I was going to say Shukuro, that's weird. Tsukishima and Okiura. Like, honestly, I think that we're in a place where if you pull these characters, you'll be able to do no affiliation Guild Quest week just fine. We'll see exactly how that goes though. If she was speed, I would have definitely said like we're most likely getting a no affiliation guild quest, but we'll see about that. So 798 spiritual pressure, lower than the others. 356 focus, higher than the others. 648 attack, high. 1104 stamina, lowest of the banner, but very, very high nonetheless. She does have the Havoc 20%, Berserker 20%, and Frenzy like the other two. Devastation 40%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, and Guard Break, which I think Guard Break is probably what saves her right now, which we'll get into that in a second. Sprinter plus 1, I wish she got Sprinter plus 2, but it is what it is. Normal attack damage string is going to be the Desert Society Ichigo. You'll see that the width is 400, length is 200, as opposed to the width being 500 and the length being 150. I feel like this hits not only significantly harder, but there's less chance of you missing the NAD string. That being said, she's still an SP based character, so you shouldn't really care too much about the normal attack damage string. First strong attack is going to be the 240 length, 1200 width, which I think is not too shabby, but it's going to be the range collision pushback attack that I personally don't like. Mags are going to be 18. She has the same strong attack as 5th Anniversary Byakuya, but 5th Anniversary Byakuya hits like a truck. What is... Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, it's like, yeah, but she has the same... It's the same thing as Byakuya, and you're not crapping on Byakuya. It's like, yeah, but Byakuya has a strong attack recharge minus 14%, and then he also has a Berserker of 40%, which means that this attack with Guard Break is going to hit significantly harder if you have that, like, Berserker 40%, you know what I'm saying? And I think that he has more SP as well. Yeah, 819 spiritual pressure, so he's going to be hitting significantly harder than Aura with that first strong attack. Like, her having Guard Break, in my opinion, is not too I think it really saves her, because then she'd have to be, like, trying to Guard Break, and that first strong attack is really, really bad, in my opinion. Alright. Going into her second strong attack, let me... It says, oh, for some reason I saw Ichigo 5th anniversary, and I'm like, why does this say that it's a lunge? Alright, going into the second strong attack, 510 radius, and this is going to, I'm not sure if this is going to be a plant vortex or if this is going to be a crawling vortex. If it's a crawling vortex, I like it. If it's a plant vortex, I feel like it's going to slow her down quite a little bit. The fact that she has Havoc 20% and Guard Break means that this vortex is going to hit not only really hard, but like that 510 radius is massive. If you have tag team Ichigo, if you have Mind Silaporo, you know exactly how big this vortex is. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. And she does have Frenzy, so she's going to have 20 hits on this. Overall, not a horrible second strong attack, depending on if it's a plant or a crawling vortex. If it's a crawling vortex, I'm saying that it's good because like it fits the range playstyle, whereas a plant vortex, you can't really, like, you're not moving with the characters, and the enemies are probably dead within the first like 10 seconds. So unless this is the same second strong attack as Byakuya, which is not, like, I think that this second strong attack is a little too outdated nowadays. I think K-Lab should like potentially alter it and try to fix it so that way it's more up to date, I suppose. Okay, and then going into the third strong attack is just going to be a standard 1200 radius AO, like full screen third strong attack, which is really good. Overall, I think that Guard Break saves this character, which I don't think is a good, excuse me, it's a good thing, but I don't think that it's a good thing that you require to have Guard Break in order for the character to be playable. I'll be real with you, that first strong attack screws over a lot of characters. Just look at Can For Your Own World, Nell, and Haladel, the canon versions. A lot of people are like, yeah, but those characters are good. Yes, they're good, but they're not great. They're not OP, you know what I'm saying? No one talks about these characters anymore. Because, like, those characters have Soul Reaper Killer, too, which is a strong killer, but, like, when you're competing against Spirit Society Byakuya, Can For Your Own World Shinji, like, there's a lot of good Soul Reaper killers. Like, at this point, you have Byakuya, you have Desert Society Rukia, who's also a Link Slot character. So, like, chasing these characters that have, like, chasing characters that are OP as opposed to chasing characters that are just marginally good is important. Uryu does something unique. Byakuya does something unique. Ginzuru does something unique. Bambietta does something unique. Fierce Battle, Ichigo, and Kenpachi do unique things. Tanjiro does unique things. I don't want to go into like what all these characters do and stuff like that, but like there's a lot of these characters that are all Soul Reaper killers that will perform very well in guild quests, and they all do unique things that make the character not only good but excel in their field, right? Like Rukia is a link slot character, Kirinji revives, Ichigo Kenpachi transform, Machine Society Retsu hits hard, she has guard break, and then her first strong attack actually hits like a truck because of the guard break. Ginzuru, best character, like best tech character in the game. Byakuya is a god, like, and Hikone is better than her too. So yeah, like, yeah. So that's my issue when it comes to those Can't Fear Your Own World canon Nell and Halibels. It is what it is. It's just that first strong attack just screws you over really, really hard if you're not like overly overpowered, like that Byakuya, for example. But yeah, overall, it looks like this banner is going to be really, really strong. Pulling up the actual banner list itself, I'm sorry that this is so blurry. Hiyori's good. Tensa, Cayenne, and Spirit Society Rukia and Gin have fallen off a lot. Spirit Society Grimjow is really good for no affiliation killer. Like, I think that his kit's really good. I don't think it's really, really good. It's really good. I like it. I don't think he's OP. I think he's just really good. Also, Orihime is a Chronicle quest bonus, and Bond Uryu is actually bonus in quite a few epic raids and is pretty much a cheat code if you have him 5/5. Yamamoto's pretty good as well. Going into the actual individuals, I think the individuals are actually really good this time around, except for Shuhei, which we'll go into that in a second. Alright, so as you can see here, Fierce Battle Kenpachi, Ginrei, White Day Gin, and then you have Tsukishima. Kenpachi and Ginrei are really, really good fillers. White Day Gin hasn't really been put out too often. You probably don't, like most new players probably won't have him. And then you have Tsukishima within the no affiliation stuff. It looks like they're doing like a push for no affiliation killer for this, like mind no affiliation killer. Going into this one, you have Fierce Battle Ichigo, White Ichigo, Byakuya, and Ginjo. I will probably go in on this individual depending on my summons for the actual main banner. For those that don't know, I'm going to be doing a collab with D. So it should be pretty hype. I hope y'all are y'all are anticipating that. We have Shuhei, Fierce Battle Aizen, Hachigen, White Ichigo, and Ruruka. Now this banner, Fierce Battle Ichigo is good, Byakuya is good, Ginjo's good. I think Fierce Battle Ichigo... Okay, let me be realistic. Fierce Battle Ichigo is amazing, okay, with White Ichigo. Byakuya is good. Ginjo's good, not great, just good. And then Hikone is amazing, right, obviously. And going into Shuhei's banner, characters that have been just tossed around, bro. White Ichigo is not good. He's like a worse Mind Aizen. Like, he's a worse 1,000-year Blood War Aizen. Note that I dropped the 1,000-year Blood War from Aizen when I said Mind Aizen, because I don't think he's worthy of it, but whatever. Ruruka, Hachigen, and then Fierce Battle Aizen. All characters that have been tossed around over and over again as fillers for actual main banners, right? And then you have Shuhei himself. Shuhei is actually really good, but like, his individual is probably the worst of the bunch. Let me know if you guys are hyped about this banner. I'm personally really excited. I'm actually really happy that they're not dragging out Can't Fear Your Own World. I wouldn't be surprised if they tossed in more Can't Fear Your Own World banners, but I doubt that they're going to be anywhere near as hype as this banner. Obviously, they're going to try to keep up the momentum from Anniversary to try to keep everyone in tune. The biggest problem when it comes to KLab is their stock actually plummets. Now, for those that don't know, KLab stock, like, KLab is a publicly traded company. So, like, you'll see here, like, their stock skyrocketed in 2019 September, and in the last 5 years, you'll see that they have a very, very volatile stock, and they don't pay dividends, which means that this stock is not really worth investing in. But going into the last 5 days, you'll see that they skyrocketed over here on August 6th to August 7th. This is probably the financial reports of Anniversary doing very, very well. But you'll see in the last 5 days, it went from 956 yen, which is like roughly $9.50, to $8.60. So it lost like more than 10% value, which is not good. This is actually really, really bad. But I don't advise anyone buy this stock. I don't. I really don't. Okay, but yeah, I mean, overall, we've gone over the actual banners itself, going into the Ulquiorra Epic Raid, and actually going into the bonus list. I think the bonus list is actually pretty good, making use of Kenpachi, making use of Ichibe, Sajin, and yep, yep, Askin, Shinji, Shunsui, Genrei, Bambietta, Isane, Candice, Chad. Gen's gonna be interesting. He has a lot of range collision. I feel like he's gonna be really, really poor there. Halibel should be okay. So those are the notable characters in my opinion. The Spirit Society Grimjaw is actually gonna be pretty nice here because a lot of people are actually gonna have him, and he does have weaken on his attacks. So like him as a 1.5 damage up is pretty good. And then you have Fierce Battle Aizen and Kenpachi. Overall, not bad advantage. Excuse me. Yeah, not bad advantage characters. I think that it could have been a little bit. No, you know what? This is about standard. I wish that they had less limited units, but I mean, okay. That would have been nice if they tossed in Hiyori since she's in the banner as well. Like they could have put her at a 1.5 instead of this Shinji, for example. But it is what it is. But I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, guys, grind on, catch up, hit me up, stay blessed. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. What's cool is it looks like the story mode is gonna take 56 soul tickets, and then on top of that, we're getting 292 orbs from the Can't For Your Own World Part 7 story. That's really good. Yo, shout out to Soldex and shout out to AC. Thanks for posting that. That's actually really good. Hold up. I can actually go into the reactions and then take out. Where's the little orb? Click, 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 click. There. Now it looks pretty. And then we do orb. There we go. But yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, feel free. Link will be in the description. And like I said, if you're actually interested in buying orbs, I highly advise that you pre-order because you want to get these orbs as fast as possible. And if you put it off till last minute, yo, don't come crying to me about yo Ginta taking forever. It's like, yeah, Ginta has a small team, so like the more orders he gets, the more he fulfills them as he actually gets them. So yeah, like I said, 5% off with code SPITE, and yeah, I guess I will leave it at that. You guys, grind on, catch up, with me, stay blessed. I wish you the best luck at your summons, and let me know how deep you guys plan on going on this banner. I've already committed the 10 steps, which honestly I probably would do 10 steps anyways, just because this banner does look hype. I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. Have a good one, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.